Perfect.
Well now, who do we have joining us here this evening? Welcome to the Den. Nah, but what's the motherfucking deal, man? Welcome to the Den. If you're not familiar with the Den is a place where you can have a conversation. We can talk about anything, whatever's on your mind. And again, you don't have to worry about being, well, at least too badly accosted for your opinions. You know, again, we're all friends in the Den. And ultimately, it's about being able to see things from a different perspective, because we're not always going to all agree on stuff. But at the end of the day, you know, we try to have as civil of a discourse as we can. Today we're going to talk about New Year's resolutions and why they are useless. So, New Year's resolutions. Around this time of year, or maybe a couple of days ago, or whatever, people have started to formulate their thoughts on, what I'm going to do. I'm going to be a new year, new me, and all that good shit. I'm going to tell you why they're not going to make it, and what can be done to fix it, and why you're probably not going to succeed with your own New Year's resolutions. So, before we get into that, let's see who we have joining us, which friends of the den are, let's see, this shit all over the fucking desk, are joining us this evening. And just have a good conversation, man. I hope y'all are all doing well, as always. I hope everybody is doing good, having a superb Sunday. Let's see. I see Baker Man. What's the motherfucking deal? Kenneth, Man Up, Dominic, Heidi, Tiger Beer, and come on, why's the fucking chat acting stupid? All right, there we go. Wise, what's the motherfucking deal? And there we go. So here's the deal with the New Year's resolutions. Yeah, and because I was actually talking to Lady Honcho, talking about, going out and getting a membership somewhere. Because like I said, the little low spot is starting not to hold its water too much more. I mean, maybe I can handle it for another couple of weeks, but I already know it's going to be everybody, New Year's, new me, new body, and all this other shit. They're going to be back to bonbons before it's all said. Do they still make bonbons? You know what I'm saying? I'm curious. I've never eaten bonbons. I need to find out. They do. Oh, Jason, what's the motherfucking deal, man? And so yeah, that's what I think. I said I need to get one. It's actually one not that far down the road, just discovered. So probably wait a little bit and then get into it. So I'll make it shake with what I got right now. But here's the deal, man. Why New Year's resolutions do not work is because honestly, these are things that most people would like to do, but they really don't mean it. You gotta to really make a change in your life, you have to feel it. Like in your mind, you can look at yourself, but if you're content with yourself, you're like, I'm gotten a little chunky last few days. But if you don't feel any real pain associated with it, you're not gonna change. There has to be some type of emotional, I won't say necessarily emotional, but there has to be a feeling behind, what it is. Sometimes it can be hate. Sometimes it can be, pain. It can be anger. It could be a lot of different things that make you feel the way that you do. What's up, Cavity Creek? And again, like I say, it has to be. Oh, why this chat has been that crazy? It has to be a real push behind it. Because again, if it's just a mental thing, well, everybody else is doing it, I need to come up with some resolutions too. I'm gonna do this, but you don't really feel the urgency or the need behind it. You're not gonna do it. And honestly, if you had those feelings, you would not be waiting for the new year to do that. Yeah, I hope they stick to that fucking resolution. Man, did y'all? I know we don't normally talk sports, but y'all saw DeAndre with the slick jab on pancakes. Now, see, I think he knew what he was doing, because if he'd have said any bigger, then they'd probably try to get on him. He's being a harasser. Talking about pancakes need a 3XL shirt and shit like that. That shit like, look, whatever the fuck gets you to win. If you get you playing, he can wear that same fucking outfit every motherfucking game. If it gets you those kind of numbers, now you're gonna have to probably do better with the shoes so you can get some get in the end zone. But again, if that outfit gets you those kind of numbers every game, I ain't got shit to say. But it was good to see Andre Johnson up there at the podium with him, man. That was definitely a good look. Give me a second. Fucking, there's a light over there. Yes, the old trusty True Blue. Fucking Pancakes was trying to get him on the slick about his shirt. Well, where'd you get that shirt from? He's like, have you ever heard of YSL? Google YSL. They send it to me. Well, is it because it's a Jaguar? Did you have to go out on? He's like, you know what? How about I get you on? What's your size? A 3XL? They look about right. I'm gonna get you one. You ain't want to say too much after that. You know, Andre, would you wear a shirt like that? I've never seen anyone on the Oilers wear a shirt like that. Like, fucking motherfucker. But, but getting, the Jag Gucci shirt, other boys out there skinning boys. But ultimately, man, but getting back to New Year's resolutions and why they don't work is because, again, like most people don't really feel passionately about it. It just seems like it's just some shit to say. It's just some shit to say, well, I'm going to do this for a week and a half, or at most, the majority of people may make it a month. They may make it to February 2nd or 3rd. If they, I gave you power, unique, good to see you. If they make it anywhere, you know, again, like I say, most people give up in the first couple of days. Those who do a little bit better, first couple of weeks. And if you made it a month, you've probably outlasted the majority of Americans. You're going to outlast the majority of Americans if you make it to February 2nd, you know, because they say what it says, it takes 6 to 8 weeks to develop a habit. A habit. I got to have it, but a habit. It takes 6 to 8 weeks to develop a habit. And what pen is this? This is a terrible pen. And most people don't last that long, man. Most people don't develop habits because they can't adjust. They can't mentally control themselves into a new lifestyle for that long. And it's unfortunate, but you know, it sounds good. You know, most people have those things that sound, yeah, got my gym membership. I'm going to go. And a lot of people end up buying the gym memberships, paying for it, for a year, or never going, and just month to month they're paying for it, just never go. But they feel good because they just have one, even though they never use it. So again, it's terrible. Fix this real quick. So, you know, again, and that's what I think. I think a lot of people overwhelm themselves and they try to start out too big. They try to jump the gun and do something major. You know what I'm saying? You say 3 to 4 days, you can use, yeah, man, you ain't lying. And trying to do something major. Instead, you know, take it bit by bit and increase it. You know what I'm saying? Step it up, you know, gradually. Build that habit, you know, build that habit small by making a small incremental increase. But what I think people need to do instead of trying to make resolutions, and this is something I need to do, and I haven't done this honestly in a couple of years, and this is something that you should probably do every few months, because if you're intaking a lot of information and you're learning new things and you're seeing things from new perspectives with new backgrounds, I had to put you in timeout on the deadlocks. Because that shit is trash, and I hate that fucking line, whatever that fucking means. So, you know. Just because. But what I feel like is people need to, Blueface is trash, so you get put in timeout for speaking that trash. But what people need to do is audit their belief systems. And I don't think people do that quite often enough. And I've only done it a few times. And like I say, it's been a few years since I've really sat down and just gave myself an audit, you know what I'm saying? And just saying, okay, you know, what things are impacting me that, yes, it's smoking black and mild. And then those are done. I brought the habit back to the end of the year. But I'm going to minimize the poison I put in my body. I don't really drink alcohol, so that's not a big deal. I probably haven't had alcohol since the last time we did a fucking a drink den. And then, like I say, this is a terrible habit, but I don't know. It's just something, like I said, it's not an oral fixation thing, but I don't know. Maybe just the smoke. Or maybe I need to get a vape pen or some shit. Get one of them jewels or something. I don't know. But I just like smoke for some reason. You know what I'm saying? But my thing is this, you know, you have to audit your belief systems. And what I mean by that is you have to really take the time and think about, why do I believe what I believe? Why do I react the way I do to certain things? And again, if you haven't been intaking information, if you haven't really been about improving yourself, you're always going to think the same. So it may be harder to get that. But when you learn new stuff and you apply it, you have to really look at yourself and say, okay, I was raised in this type of belief, but as I've grown, I've had my own experiences in life. This doesn't fit. This doesn't make. Yes, it's not happening, Heidi. Shaking shame on you. Now, I don't know how you got started, but no. But again, hey, Cushington, what's the motherfucking deal? But again, like I say, you have to really stop and think about what it is, why you believe what you believe, why you react to things that, the way you do, if it's emotionally or if you're kind of non-reactionary to certain things or whatever it may be. But you have to adjust your belief system to fit who you are today. H-Town Showstoppers, what's the motherfucking deal? Hello, what's the motherfucking deal? The dude Cushington dog with the I'm still laughing about that last fucking call, man. But you have to think about, man, why do I act this way? And it takes time, and it's not a comfortable thing to do. It's not a thing that feels good. When it comes to, say, weight loss or whatever it may be, you got to put some pain behind that shit. You got to, like, if you really expect to reach those goals, you have to look at yourself and really put some emotion behind that. But you have to understand why you feel the way you feel about stuff. If it's to the point where you've gotten comfortable with your lifestyle, then you want something else, then you got to compare to everything. You got to really be realistic about yourself, about everything you're missing out in your life and how much that shit really means to you and what you're willing to sacrifice to have that. Or is it worth being comfortable and fucking missing out on those things, Like me. I'll be honest, I didn't let myself get, ever since I've been more consistent on the workouts, I've been eating a whole lot more, and I have ballooned up in weight. Now, it's not as visible. You know what I'm saying? It's not as, it's more me, because I've always been, for some reason, I can carry weight well, but I feel it on myself. And so, like I say, I have to put some pain behind that and say, okay, you know what? Here's the motherfucking deal. It's not always about balance. It's about pre-planning. It's about doing some other things. But that's not a resolution. That's just some shit that I'm going to do anyway. But Shaq Kush should try not to fart on us. Kenny killed himself. But again, like I say, though, but auditing your belief system is what you have to really work on. And again, because it's not that way, when you start really thinking about it, you really take the time to associate the bad connections and, kind of remove those from the way you operate, then you'll start living a little bit differently. You'll start operating a bit differently, but you have to be consistent in those beliefs because it's very easy to regress back to your old ways, your old habits. And so if you don't do that, I don't think that, most of these temporary resolutions and things like that, because most resolutions are, oh, here's a couple of good ideas of things that I could do. And they kind of jot them down, but they don't really put thought behind them. They don't put the pain. They don't put the feeling. They don't put the real motivation behind them. It's just, hey, everybody else has resolutions, so let me do whatever everybody else is doing. Let me do something that sounds good, And again, it's almost more of a fun thing instead of a painful thing. Again, you have to, excuse me. I'll be honest. So 10 pounds don't seem like too bad. Look, I done definitely threw on a bit more than 10 pounds, man. So, again, yeah, look, yes. Polite brutality, that's the new thing. That's what they're going to start calling it. That's going to be the PC word of it. Well, it's brutality, but they didn't kill him, so it's polite brutality. But again, man, so being honest, and I want to know what people think, because again, friends of the den are similar to the ingredients in the sauce. It's about a conversation. It's about knowing how you guys feel. And I'll open up the Denline here in just a bit, but I just want to know, as far as changes, not New Year's resolutions, real changes. These are things that you've been thinking about all year, about moves that you haven't made, that you want to improve on. Because using a New Year's resolution, I hate the term, actually. It should be just a life resolution. It shouldn't take New Year's for you to make those changes. It should be things that you should be doing when you realize that it's a problem. You should be taking action then. I want to know what it is that y'all want to improve. How much? What will it? What is it that if it was the one thing, or maybe it's more than one thing? Maybe y'all have multiple things that y'all want to improve. But what is it that y'all want to improve? I see 335 in the building already. And then we were talking about women's sports today. I'm glad you mentioned that Nunez thing. I missed the UFC fights last night. I forgot, John Jones and the whole situation was going like I completely whiffed on that. Forgot all about it. Why doesn't Nunez get the love like Rousey? Whose fault is that? Whose fault is that? She beating the brakes off bitches. Why is she not getting that love? Is that men not supporting her? Is that women not supporting other women? You know what I'm saying? Because we had a very good conversation. If y'all didn't catch it, I mean, that was a great. That's probably one of the better dinners that I think that we've had when we had the conversation discussing, women's sports. So I'm curious. Dominic, tisk. When they come and take you away, I don't know how much we'll miss you, but don't be discouraged. A little bit ugly. The Rousey's not as marketable. I didn't think Rousey was the greatest looking thing either. And another thing, what we didn't talk about when we were talking about the female sports day, Danica Patrick. You know what I'm saying? We didn't never talk about Danica Patrick. That's funny. Danica Patrick is one of the few women that had a chance to participate in a sport with the guys. What was her record? Like, how many did she end up winning? How many of the NASCAR championships did she take home? Rossi looks like Shawn Michaels and Drake. What the fuck? Not that I disagree, but she is a rough customer. What was that movie and they had her in a dress or some shit? Man, look, y'all, if y'all don't know the rumors about Rodgers and y'all can't look at Danica and guesstimate, there's a reason that relationship is probably mutually beneficial for the both of them. Look at it, it's Mr. Zaxby's. How are you doing there, Phoenix? But again, so I mean, you got to put 2 and 2 together with the Aaron Rodgers situation, because there's a lot of rumors coming out. Even Green Bay fans, I was on some Green Bay message boards, and I mean, there's a lot of people in Green Bay, and I'm sure it's not that big of a place, but there's a lot of speculation about Aaron Rodgers. Howdy. A lot of speculation about Aaron Rodgers. And if you look at Danica, you could possibly make some speculation with Danica. And so with them both being popular figures in society, that relationship could be beneficial for both of their brands. Because, I mean, you're telling me Aaron Rodgers probably has his choice of almost any celebrity female. He could probably get with pretty much anyone if he was approaching them in that way. So Danica, of all people, I'm just saying, maybe he likes that. Maybe he's a NASCAR fan. I don't know. But sometimes PR is a motherfucker, and sometimes you have to do things to make sure your brand is stable. There's a reason that Rodgers doesn't fuck with his family very much. A lot of people say he's not a very likable guy. Again, you know, Aaron Rodgers is a race car bed. He lets Danica drive it. You know, a lot of people, you know, say he's not a very likable guy. Again, he has a very strained relationship with his family. Teammates don't care for him too much. Is there a reason why they say he's so very distant? Why? Why is that? I don't know. Everybody looks good on Rogan. Rogan brings the best out of people, gets them all high and crazy acting, and they start talking weird. We all know Dominic is a racist and a racist. But ultimately, like I said, get back to the New Year's resolution stuff. My resolution is to stop being so judgmental. And so, you know, that resolutions fail probably within the first couple of weeks of 2019. I will not succeed in that. No, he's not. He's not friends with any of those people. All of that is PR and marketing. That's all it is. No, I mean, shit, you seen who was old buddy? The fucking receiver that's been coming out basically talking a bunch of shit about him. Because he said basically Aaron Rodgers was telling fucking motherfuckers that he was trying to basically trade him. Who was the fucking receiver? Wasn't fucking Jennings. Was it? No. But he was on Colin the other day. Well, no, it wasn't Jordy. But it was the other day, and he was by, might have been. No, it wasn't Jordy Nelson. But he was basically talking about it the other day, basically saying that until you joke hard, just feel bad later. You ain't got the real comedian spirit in you. My New Year's resolution is to sit through an entire Amy Schumer special. Yeah, that's my goal. Kemp, what's the motherfucking deal? Roman Kemp in the building, everybody. Shout out to Roman. What's the motherfucking deal? Was it? No, it wasn't Driver. It might have been Jennings. If I'm thinking that's what I'm thinking it is. But, and so my thing is, you know, because he said he had some things he wanted to talk about over Aaron Rodgers, but he hadn't, he ain't going to air him out, but he wanted to have a conversation. But again, like I say, you know, it's unfortunate the way that, you know, he's portrayed. But again, you know, it's all for business. So I don't know. I don't know if, I just think a lot of that is PR. Discount double checks make people look cooler than maybe they really are. So, but like I say, you know, it is what it is. But anyway, New Year's resolutions, not beneficial. So I seen, I think Showstopper said that he wants to, you know, get in better shape. What does that entail? In better shape? Is it the physical appearance? Is it the actual endurance? Is it, excuse me. What are the details of getting in better shape? Heidi says she wants to be less cruel. Yeah, you're German, so good luck with that. I have no idea. I wonder what Pancake's resolution is. He said, you want to get fat. Okay. If that's your resolution, who am I to tell you that's not right? He said something about German culture and clowning is bad, so you're going against the grain. They're gonna kick you out the club. So here's the deal. I'm gonna get ready here to open up the line. I want to know what y'all are thinking. I want to know how y'all feel about New Year's resolutions. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Or whatever's going on that y'all want to talk about. Man, I know what I want to talk about real quick. You know, I know what I want to talk about real quick. Shout out to 335. He sent me the video the other day when we were in the mixer. And I saw oh my God, I got two things I want to talk about. I saw the other video you were talking about. And oh, man. Woo. It's a ma'am. I'm a man. Well, come outside and I'll show you a sir. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Have y'all seen the GameStop tranny video? Oh, my God. If you have not, you jot that down. Y'all got to check that shit out. Oh, and come on. You look like a whole fucking dude. Like, you can't, and this is why I say this is my thing. I say respect to everybody. Whatever you feel is whatever you feel, but you can't expect other people who have been, you know what I'm saying? I talk about belief audits and all this stuff, but I mean, again, it's about what you want to believe, and that's not something I'm finna audit. But like, come on, you got the whole, your voice is deeper than the dude you're talking to. It's a ma'am. God damn it. I'm a goddamn ma'am. You know, give me your corporate number, brother. Body slamming fucking PS4s and shit. Drop kicking fucking wheeze and shit. Oh my God, that shit was ridiculous. It was hilarious. It was extremely funny. I don't know, man. Like, that was my fault last time I was supposed to link up with a pub on the pub with Cushington because I ended up going to the gym and then so I got back late. But if you just saw like 20 minutes ago, but like I said, if you want to get on the pub, we can make some pub action happen later. But I don't think I'm gonna stay up too late tonight. But the funny thing though, the funny thing is the Memphis video. I think it was in Memphis or whatever, where they were tearing up the store, the Journeys. Okay, and this is what I say, man. This is what bothers me about my people. This is what bothers me about my folks, man. We gotta fucking do better. We gotta fucking do better. And this is why I say I don't always associate with every motherfucking cause, with every other fucking issue, because shit gets distorted. The nigga and the little bitch that he was with. And the funny thing is, like, that they were basically tearing up the fucking Journey store. The nigga was throwing the fucking shit all on the ground. But again, it was their fault because they came into the bitch with, I guess, with a speaker, and they were playing a bunch of loud fucking music. You know, and again, you in public, you can't do shit like that. If you can't, you know, you're going to get a ticket riding around, if your trunk banging and all that other shit. What you think going to happen when you walking around, you know, the fucking mall with a bunch of loud and be like, put some fucking earphones in, man. Don't everybody want to hear your trash ass fucking music? You know what I mean? Like, fuck you. The stores have a fucking certain playlist that they rock with because, you know, it's acceptable for whatever it is. Oh, no, you can't talk about weave thieves, Heidi, because I'm a bad person when I speak on these things. I'm a bad guy when I talk about how it's as bad as drugs, and you're standing up for the hair hats. But but again, you know, so these motherfuckers, basically the dude, I guess it was a group of them at first, and then basically it was a dude and his chick. They come back in there basically just tearing up the fucking store. The bitch trying to just find somebody to fight. You know, these motherfuckers at work. Nobody trying to fucking lose their job. When you got some, that's the thing that kills me. Like, and that's what you got to be careful with people. And I'm talking about niggas, but you know, when I say niggas, I'm talking about everybody. Like, I talk about everybody. Everybody's on that level. If you a low class individual, I put you in the niggas category. But you know, when you have nothing to lose, you know what I'm saying? When you have nothing to lose, yeah, you want to make other people lose everything that they got or that they've built up or that they worked on. So these people at work, and they have a certain atmosphere that they have to hold down. Like, they have to make it pleasant for customers who are actually buying shit. You know? If you're not buying shit, if you're not fucking benefiting that atmosphere, if you just in there, again, disturbing the people who are trying to buy shit, run your ass up out that hoe. I mean, it's just business. If I had a store, I'd do the same motherfucking shit. But like I say, damn, what the fuck with all this fucking sirens and shit? Somebody got a body bag. But again, like I say, you got a store, you got an atmosphere that you're trying to keep. So anyway, like I say, they come in there trying to fight customers, trying to fight the fucking customer's daughter, and like all just kind of off the wall shit. And fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's craziness. It's really disrespectful, the things that they were doing. And then, like I say, start throwing, oh, you work here, start throwing all the shoes off the shit. Start fucking, I mean, like I say, just a bunch of craziness, man. And so, basically, they start beating up the customer, start fucking fighting one of the, start fighting one of the fucking customers, and then they ended up going to jail and shit like that. And they fucking deserved that shit, man. They deserved everything that they got from that shit. I'm trying to be nosy on the cool, on the slick. See where they go. I'm trying to figure out how far off that shit is. But okay. But like I say, you know, you can't do shit like that and then get mad at other motherfuckers for holding up some type of standard, man. Like, that's the shit that killed me. But the funny thing I found out about that video is, like, he's like, don't talk to my girl like that. Don't talk to my bitch like that. Like, so you call her my bitch and all this other shit, but whatever he said was disrespectful. You know what I mean? That's the crazy thing. You know, normally I don't do this. But just because. No, that's not what I want to do. Like they coming for me, I gotta run. I don't know. I'm trying to see. I'm hoping ain't no old people that died and no shit like that. Shit, tell them come on with it. I'm gonna bring the camera with me. I'm gonna get on the IG live. So make sure you're following the Den and Honcho on the gram. So if I got a scram, y'all can see where I am. So again, like I say, but you know, like I say, looking at the whole situation, like I say, you just can't do stupid shit like that and then expect that like the world, like again, like I say, just trying to charge motherfucker up, talking about I'm up the stick. Like you got some innocent ass wife. They work at Journeys, dog. They just minding their own motherfucking business. They mind their own fucking business, trying to work, trying to do their own shit. And you just trying to start a scene in Journeys. Like you go shoot the people at Journeys for what? Because they asked you to turn your fucking music down. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. It doesn't make any sense. And it's like I say, the people are irrational these days. And again, that comes from that spoiled mentality. That comes from that old project bullshit. Again, what happened was, if you watch the video, is they were trying to talk a bunch of shit because they were hoping that they would get a reaction out of these people, like the reaction that they had, because they have limited emotional stability. And so they were expecting like talking all that shit was going, because that shit work in the hood. You talk about shit like that in the hood, you can easily get somebody to react to some shit. But that shit's not going to work in common society, man. Like it's not going to fucking work for normal people, like, or stable people, more mentally stable people. Again, like I say, you can do that shit in the hood and talk all kind of trash, and you know, motherfucker they gonna jump, they get shit, you gonna scrap. But again, if people ain't on that vibe, they on that wave, or they just like, okay, I'm not gonna get triggered just because you mad about some shit. Then, excuse me, finna get triggered over some dumb shit. Then they ain't they're not gonna respond to that stupid foolishness. And then what happened at the end of the day? That motherfucker got his ass took to jail. I'm sure the bitch went to jail too, because she in there assaulting motherfuckers. He in there tearing up the fucking store. And that does nothing, man. That does absolutely nothing. Now, your ass going to jail, but you gonna probably felt like you proved the point. I showed them. I threw those fucking Doc Martens across the fucking store. I showed them. Like, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, but to each their own, whatever floats your boat. But here is the deal. Like I said, I'm going to open up the Denline. Now, I did say New Year's resolutions are useless because you need to make them life resolutions. But I'm interested. What are the plans for New Year's Day, New Year's Eve? All right, say it, real family. No, you can't call in either. You banned from the call. I'm putting you on the block list. I'm banning you from the sauce again on the IG. I'm putting you on the block list. Kenneth, you're gonna be fully banned from all Honcho Entertainment. The Honcho Entertainment Network is banning Kenneth. Honcho Entertainment Network, hen. Ain't that a bitch? That shit don't work. You little hen dog. Go ahead real quick. Let me make sure everything is booted up. Let me reboot this bit just in case. Sometimes it'll be tripping. But we'll open up the Denline. We'll start taking some calls here. And just kind of know how y'all feeling. How do y'all feel about New Year's? What are your New Year's plans? Not resolutions, because I don't believe in no goddamn resolution. If you want to call in and say whatever you finna quit doing in the next 2 weeks, that's fine. If that's your if that's your deal. But who timed him? I did. I time Kenneth every time. I take pleasure in timing Kenneth. So, you know. I'm waiting for him to say something else foolish so I can time him again. I may just time him for no reason. Just because. I take great pleasure in that. You just saw the fight. Yeah, it's like 2 or 3 little videos that go with it. But like I said, at first they tearing up the store. It's like a 2-minute video. Then the next was like 30, 40 seconds of her fighting the lady in the red. And she just trying to show, you got something to say about it? Like, they're so desperate to try to get someone triggered. They're so desperate to try to get someone to react, to try to justify their foolishness that, you know, it's pathetic, man. It's really pathetic. And I mean, as I say, you look at it, and the reason why I say it's because you see this time and time again, and it kills me, man, because like I say, man, niggas got to cut that dumb shit out. Because you holler, you want respect, and you want this, that, and the third, but then it'd be like motherfuckers like this that you're trying to put up on a pedestal to justify their actions when it's completely ignorant, man. is completely ignorant, and there's no way you can validate that behavior. You know, there's no way that you can justify those fucking actions, and it's fucking plumb foolishness, man. And it is these are niggas who probably listen to the same music fucking Kenneth ass be listening to, you know. But it is what it is. You gotta do better, man. You gotta fucking do better, you know. And it's not even about discipline. I mean, it's about discipline in a sense, but when you're raised up in an environment like that, and this is the problem, like you continue to promote that environment through the music and through all these things. And again, you know, we've had the conversation about, you know, mainstream and who's controlling the music and who's putting that message out there. But ultimately, it has to come to a point where you have self-accountability and you say, okay, there's some motherfuckers that look just like me, living way differently. They're doing things that normal people doing on that side. How are they doing that? And how is it that the people that all have these same factors in common are doing this? What's the motherfucking deal? Who we got calling into the den this evening?
What's happening, Honcho? This is Mr. Rabbit 19.
Mr. Rabbit 13. How are you doing this evening?
I'm doing all right. I wanted to speak on if New Year's resolutions are useless or not.
All right. Okay. What are your thoughts on that one?
Now, when you say it, for me, when you say it at first, it's going to sound useless, but you have to really make it sound like it's going to have some use, like to make yourself better and to improve on yourself. But it's not. But it's going to come with obstacles, and this year for me has kind of been up and down, mental wise and health wise.
Okay.
Health wise, it's mainly because I've gotten the flu for the first time in my life. At the start, I think it was on my dad's birthday that I actually got the flu. It was on January 15th.
Okay. Well, this won't be the last time you get the flu. No, I'm not wishing that on you. I'm just fucking with you. But so how was that situation with the dealing with the flu? And then tell me how it was up and down for you mentally.
It sucked. It really did. It limited what I was able to do. I wasn't really as active as I was. I wasn't very. I just was not in my right form because of how much it. But it wasn't really that bad. And I got the flu shot too, so I guess that really did have an effect.
Interesting.
What?
Interesting. So what if you wouldn't have got the flu shot? Do you think you would have gotten the flu?
Well, I mean, that's kind of that's a hard question to answer because in my life, this is the only year where I've actually gotten the flu. I've never gotten it, from that point, up to that day, I've been straight up healthy. Well, that's not true. But yeah, I've never gotten. It's a rarity that I ever get sick.
Okay. So tell me how it was up and down for you mentally.
Well, I mean, I kept having weird dreams, and also kept having weird dreams, and also kind of just a lot of stress. But that all quickly changed.
What do you think changed that?
Just taking a break from the world in general, and just spending time to myself.
Okay. When you spent that time with yourself, what did you come to understand? What did you come to realize that changed your perspective?
That I didn't catch a break.
Okay. And now I have one last question to go with all this. So how does all of this, I mean, how does this tie in with a New Year's resolution? Because did you make these changes on New Year's, or did you make these changes throughout the year and you received the benefits from them?
Well, I mean, when you think about your New Year's resolution firsthand, you're either confident or you're not, or you're either confident or you're not confident. In my case, I wasn't really confident because I kind of knew okay, this is like I could say this stuff firsthand, and something in my life is going to alter this resolution completely. Because in this world, it's inevitable. Anything can happen.
Yeah, yeah. Still don't understand how that has the tie into the resolution, but if it works for you, you got to do what works best for you. But I think that you can make changes at any time. I don't think it has to be necessarily for New Year's. I mean, you can do it any day that you want to change, any day that you want to benefit yourself, any day that you realize, hey, I have a problem. There's a solution to my problem. I need to act on that now, immediately. And so, I don't think that's necessarily tied into use. And that's just kind of what I'm saying. I mean, if you, at any time, any point in time that you feel the need to change, you should make the changes then, as opposed to waiting for a particular day that everybody in the world supposedly, it's a brand new year, everything's going to change for me. And then, and then everything becomes, the same. Because people set this one big day up. This is the big day that I'm gonna change my life, and this year is going to be so much different than last. When there's usually a lot of carryover, and people don't take the prerequisites to prepare for that change. They just expect that on this day, all my behaviors are going to change, instead of doing the little things necessary to start, enacting the changes that they need. So I'm telling you, I'm just saying that's why I say I think New Year's is resolutions are useless. Changes or not, but New Year's resolutions are useless because most people don't even stick to those things because they just the way that they approach it, and so I don't think that that's the most beneficial. But that's where I was going with the uselessness. But there's nothing wrong with having resolutions for your life. But I just think just setting them for New Year's, I don't think that's the case.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate your call there, Mr. Rabbit. I hope good health, mentally and physically, to you this year.
Jesus Christ.
I don't know what was going on there, but all right, what we got? What's the motherfucking deal? Who we got calling into the den this evening?
It's your boy, Roman.
Roman, what's the motherfucking deal, Roman? What you want to drop in the den tonight?
Yeah, man, I just, first of all, you hear some static or anything, I live in an old house, so I can't fix that. I'm sorry. That's number one.
Nah, you clear, you 100 right now. It's all good. I don't hear nothing.
Okay, but talking about the issue, talking about what we're talking about, not really an issue. Kind of what I was going to talk about is kind of what you said about, like, resolutions for your life, I agree with. But New Year's resolutions, they don't mean shit because most of the time nobody keeps up to them. I mean, okay, you say, I'm going to lose 100 pounds, okay? I mean, son, it matters on the person. You can't always go by, I'm going to get this done, I'm going to get this done. Why are you setting this resolution for a new year? Why don't you set this resolution for every day or every week? This is what I'm going to do. It's like, I feel like they use this because most time people don't do nothing with them. Nothing happens. So I don't get how, oh my God, this is what I'm going to set for this new year. But you don't want to set it for your whole life. Like, okay, I've had a problem with drinking. I have a problem with drugs. I have a problem with this. I'm going to set this for this year. I'm going to fix it. You should have set that. You've been having a problem for that. You should have been setting that problem for years. You should have been like, let me fix this. Let me get this done. Let me know, okay, this is what I need to do. I just don't get how some people just, okay, I'm going to just put that as this year I'm going to do that, or this year, or it's just, you find an excuse because, okay, I've been wanting to lose, like I said, this weight. You said that in 2016. Okay, you say the same thing in 2017. You say the same thing in 2018. It's just an excuse. You ain't doing shit. You just want something to say. I feel like it's kind of like a New Year's resolution. Resolution is just kind of like saying, okay, let me just tell somebody I'm just doing something. This is why I'm doing this shit. Come on, really, you really ain't doing shit. You know you're going to be sitting on your couch eating some chicken, relaxing. Okay? The thing is, I had New Year's resolution. So if I say I'm going to do something, I've been saying I'm going to do that. Like, okay, I go to class. I say I'm going to pass my classes. That's been my motto the whole school year. Okay? But if I know I'm going to lose 55 pounds, look, Honcho, I like to eat. Okay. I know I ain't losing no damn 55 pounds. Come on. If you are going to make a resolution, be realistic to what you know you can do.
Yeah.
Okay? Don't go saying something you know you ain't going to do. You know you like to eat. Don't say you're going to lose 100 pounds because you like to eat. If you know, it's like, okay, you know, if you say I'm a cut down on football, but you adore football. Come on, man. Come on. Just don't say that to yourself because you're lying to yourself now. Just, if you know you have a problem with something you really want to achieve, pick that as your resolution as something you want to achieve. But if you know it's something, oh my God, I look fat, I want to lose that weight. Come on, man. It ain't going to happen. So all I say is be realistic to what you know you can do if you do make a resolution. But like you said, make a resolution for your life, not just for a new year. So that's all I got. But Honcho, I need to talk to you about something, man. I watched that Bird Box. I liked it. Why you didn't like it?
Man, I'm gonna get on it. I'll speak on that right now. I'll tell you why I did not like the Bird Box. But that's a bit. I appreciate your call there, Robert.
Okay. All right.
Man, I'm gonna speak on that Bird Box. I've been meaning to really get a little bit more onto why I've been trying to give people who wanted to watch it a chance to watch. But I'm gonna tell y'all why I didn't like Bird Box, and I don't like movies of that caliber. But what he said, man, was on point because the be realistic. And what happens when you are realistic and you set yourself attainable goals, then you'll start working to those other goals that may be a little bit more difficult, because you'll start being like, you'll have that confidence because you'll be like, okay, well, I set myself this goal, I achieved it. Okay, well, I set this other realistic goal and I achieved it. And then you'll start setting those more unrealistic goals. You'll be able to start obtaining those things that you didn't think that you would be able to do, immediately. Or, so it may take a little time. It may take a little progress, but you'll get there. What's the motherfucking deal? Who we got calling into the den this evening?
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, it's Edmund.
Edmund. What happened to the energy, Edmund? It was energetic, Edmund, earlier. Now it's back to calm, Edmund. But what's the motherfucking deal, Edmund? What you want to drop in the den tonight?
Yeah, I used all the energy to. Never mind. Anyway, I wanted to expose someone real quick.
Okay, expose. What you got to say?
I finally know who Jaybird is. And all those dudes and all the alt bots that the persona Jaybird has created.
Okay. So who is this Jaybird, if you will?
It's the ultimate simp king.
The ultimate simp king. So Kenneth?
Yes.
So you think Kenneth is Jaybird?
Yes, because I saw him write in the chat a word that Jaybird uses all the time, and he quickly retracted that message.
And so what was this key word, if you will?
Old head.
I don't know. I've seen Kenneth use this old head term and a couple of times. Kenneth, he's a suspect here. I don't know if Kenneth is quite Jaybird. They have the same behavior patterns, which is strange. It could be, though. You never know. Kenneth may try to portray himself as a Hispanic from the other side of town. So I don't even know. Kenneth may act like a Honduran, but he may actually try to portray himself as a Mexican from, Cyprus or something like that. Could be. He is a little cuckoo, so he may have split personalities. You never know about that guy. So I don't know. Kenneth uses terms like old head and free head because he generally pays for head. But anyway, what you got there?
I don't understand why you say New Year's resolutions are useless. I feel like if you know how to use them properly and if you dedicate yourself and commit yourself to achieving those goals that you set yourself to, then I don't think they're useless in a sense.
Okay. But my thing is why I say that they're useless is if you have the ability to know how to commit and dedicate yourself to it, why not do it immediately or at any time as opposed to, just only on New Year's? And that's why I say just setting that date for New Year's is useless because the overwhelming majority of people who set the date, excuse me, for New Year's, end up failing, by fucking January 14th or so, And that's why.
Yeah, but I feel like I think psychologically having a new year, kind of erases that person's mind of the past year. They feel like it's a fresh start. They feel like, oh, okay, 2018 is over, 2019 is here, and I want to actually make a change. So I think like it motivates them compared to like, maybe another time throughout the year. I think it incentivizes them to actually make those goals and commit to them throughout the year.
Okay. All right. Well, I can understand that. I don't necessarily agree because I think, like I say, most people fail. But I think if you have the ability to commit and to do it, then I can understand it. But again, most people just don't have that ability overall. So again, whether they're committing on New Year's or not, people tend to fail. I think New Year's is just a significant marker. But like you said, the fresh start, and I can see that the psychological benefits of it. So I can agree with you on that aspect of it, though.
They're saying that, let's say that this semester at U of H, I decided to get all A's. Don't you think that maybe that's a reasonable, or a reasonable goal I can set myself for 2019? Like saying, oh, okay, I want to have a 4.0 GPA this upcoming semester, or have maybe have a co-op in the next year or two, like having those goals ahead of time, so that way you can prepare yourself for the the new year.
See, with that, I look at it a little bit different. Like, say, when you're talking about school, because one, school doesn't necessarily immediately start in New Year's, and so saying that this semester I want to do this, you can start preparing for something like that. But I think when I think of most New Year's goals, it's I'm gonna hit the gym, I'm gonna lose weight, or I'm gonna stop smoking, or I'm gonna do this, that, and the third. And those kind of smaller scale things. I think when you're talking about like school or something like that, I looked at it kind of a different deal because of one, how that is scheduled and how that operates, and but that I think is different, and there's nothing wrong with that. I think that's actually solid goals to have. But I think the thing is the 8-ball and out exposed. 8-ball and exposed Kenneth the Jaybird. But like I say, when I look at this, those smaller things, those more personal issues that I think that people have when it comes to New Year's resolutions, as opposed to, not nothing wrong with education or anything like that. But I think it's like the smaller things, I would say, that habits that you have to develop. I don't know if necessarily school is, you could probably, have better study habits to get better grades, but I think it's the personal habits. That's kind of more so what I look at it like when I'm talking about resolutions.
Oh, okay. All right. That's fair. I would agree. I want to see I Gave You Power. I think that's the name. He's basically setting up a fight against me and Kenneth. I don't know if that's possible, but I'll definitely fight I Gave You Power. Okay. I'll fight you. I'll fight you right after the Texans win the Super Bowl, so that way, you'll feel that knockout punch.
So
I'll knock you out.
All the smoke.
I'll knock you out like John Jones.
All right, then, man. I appreciate the call, man.
All right.
Look, there go energetic Ed, man. Interesting. But like I say, with school, I think it's a different aspect because I think that's just a different element. But I can understand, where you're coming from. We got a call coming in. This could be interesting. What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling in to the den this evening?
What's the motherfucking deal?
It's that boy Shaq Kush. Vote for George Bush.
What's the goddamn deal?
What's the motherfucking deal, man? What you want to drop on the Den line tonight, Mr. Cushington?
Can I talk my shit?
Talk your shit, man. You know, it's the Den line. We welcome
Can I
that.
talk my shit?
Yeah, well, speak it, gosh darn it.
First of all, I'm gonna start this off by saying that video with that manly man that said called me a she, whatever, that shit was fucked up. The second thing, I got two other videos. Did you see the video where that nigga was getting his ass whooped in the streets and ain't nobody did nothing about it? That nigga robbed that nigga in just broad daylight?
No, I didn't see that shit.
Man, there's a video of this nigga getting his ass whooped in broad daylight. Everybody watching this nigga get his ass beat. Then the nigga went to the nigga pockets. In broad daylight, the nigga whooped this nigga ass and went to his pockets, and ain't nobody did nothing. Now, I'm all about the you can't save nobody. Don't set yourself up to try to save a stranger. But god damn, sometimes you gotta throw a nigga in a headlock to say, hey man, that's enough.
Damn.
Like this dude was knocked out unconscious, and this nigga was still wailing on that boy.
Oh yeah. Situation
Like
like that,
god, Lee.
hey, Vince, you gotta say pump the
So, yeah, you know what I'm saying? That shit, that nigga say, everybody back the fuck up. With the nigga pockets, broad daylight, nobody called the police. Like, it was a busy intersection, a lot of people outside. Nobody did nothing.
I have a question.
Like, this is America.
I have a question. Yeah,
What's this?
people don't think I'm tripping, but I gotta know. Was this in a black community?
Huh?
Was this in a black community?
No.
What?
This like downtown New York type shit.
Word? Say word, son?
It was two black people fighting, but it wasn't like no hood area.
Yeah, okay.
There was white people out there, Mexicans, like everybody was outside was watching this shit. Supposedly the girl recording was a security guard.
Oh, that's
like you security.
Awful. But we still gotta be. It's still bad because we doing our own self bad, beating up on our own, and then just not even giving a fuck.
Somebody got to step in and say, "Man, that's enough, bro. Let that man go."
There should have been some Asians there because all the Asians know karate. They would have, they'd at least done some jiu-jitsu or some shit. They'd have fucking come with the kickbox or whatever, Muay Thai. That's why we need more Asians in America to do security.
When you get a chance, watch that video and tell me what you think about it.
All right, that's a bit. Hey, I believe you. I fucking go wise, yeah. What you got on the next one?
Next video, out of laughter now. Did you see when the old man was getting sucked up by the prostitute and nigga hated on him?
What?
You ain't seen that video either?
No. What happened with that one? I seen one like that kind of like a while back, but I don't know if it's the same video. What explain this video?
It was an old man in a little power scooter giving some head. And some nigga walks up on like, hey, y'all get around from back here. Man, that old man's facial expression is priceless, dog. Like,
man,
what the fuck? It's just one of those, why are you hating on me type shit. Stop hating.
If I could get out this power scooter, I'd whoop your ass. Ain't that a bitch?
You know what I'm saying?
Now I have a question. Where did you see these videos? Were these World Star videos?
And you know that's the only thing I watch late night whenever I can't sleep.
God damn.
And you don't show up to play no PUBG.
Man, that happened one time. What's up? We get some pub action tonight. What's up with it?
Yeah, I'm down.
I bet.
All right, now back to reality. That first nigga they called in, I don't know that nigga name. You need to go find Dr. Phil. You thought you got some emotional shit going on with your breath. I ain't trying to be funny, but you need to go talk to somebody. You need to smoke a blunt, jack off, something. But you got some deep root in your boy. You need to get that shit fixed. Next thing I like to say about this New Year's revolution shit, man, fuck a New Year. New Year's is another motherfucking day on the goddamn calendar. You make goals for yourself through life. And that's what you do. I'll make the goals for New Year's. My goal for the New Year is make sure my motherfucking tank is full, Let me get an oil change. You know what I'm saying? Might wash the whip. Other than that, I set goals for myself yearly. My goal is to have more money in my pockets, not be broke. And that's the goal I'm going to continue to go at as I continue on with life. This whole, I'm going to lose weight. I'm going to stop eating pork. I'm going to stop doing this. I'm going to stop jacking off 3 times a day and only going to do it 2 times a day. Man, that shit is for the birds. The J-birds, if you want to call it. But, fuck all that shit. You know what I'm saying? You got to set goals for yourself as a man, and you got to do that shit without needing no fucking calendar date, because when you put a date on it, that just gives you a chance to fuck up the wild. I'm going to keep doing this until this day. And I'm going to start smoking cigarettes on the 1st. That means you're about to smoke a gazillion more cigarettes until that day actually gets here. And then you're going to say you're going to stop maybe a week or 2, and then go right back to the same bullshit. So why even say it? To stop now, if that's the case. Stop right now.
This is true.
You know what I'm saying? Don't say, New Year's, because that's all you're going to do. I know I did it. I'm going to start smoking weed for New Year's. Man, probably smoked the whole pound in one day. Stopped smoking for 2 days and went right back to it.
A lot of mercy.
Same ain't no sense. So shit. Fuck that shit. I set goals for myself. Life goals, man. Continue to get through them shit. Especially Ed, man. Ed, man, your goal every day should get a 4.0. You don't need New Year's to tell you that shit. Nigga, that's your motherfucking life, nigga. That's your career. That's your money you fucking with. That's your life, nigga. No fucking New Year's got to tell you to get no 4.0, nigga. You should be getting 4.0 to get your dick sucked every day, nigga. You of age you talking about. The fuck wrong with you, boy? Get your shit together.
Hey.
Shit. And my last thing. All bullshit aside, though. All bullshit aside. If I didn't have a New Year's revolution, Heidi, what's good, though? You gonna fly through? I'll send you a ticket and give you some of that good wood. What's up? I'll beat that shit in. I'll beat some booty into you. I know you ain't got no booty, but what's good? I know Brandon 335 and Wise might get a little upset. I'll send it back to y'all. Shit, I'll send it right back to y'all with a little bit of booty. It should be, you be happy because you can learn how to suck some wood when I'm done with the, yeah, buddy. That's all shit I gotta say for the day. I gotta end it on that dude, Brandon Dog, like a little boy named Josh.
Well, that dude Cushington, man, appreciate the call. That motherfucker Cushington, wow. That's fucking hilarious. Look, Kenneth, don't use all your little allowance money on the Uber, man. You know, say that. You know, I know you got some shoelaces to tie and some lunch to buy and all that shit. You know, school gonna be back in just around the corner, so say your little change, man. That was quite humorous. I think look, everybody, that boy Christian was shooting shots everywhere. Everybody was catching strays, man. 4.0s and 4-point hoes. You know what I'm saying? All that good shit. So, you know, there's that. But definitely agree, man. You should set goals for yourself every day in life. It shouldn't just be about, you know, New Year's. And ultimately, I think that's what I'm trying to get at. That if you have the thought in your mind, if you have the plan inside your mind, then, you know, you should be trying to execute that. That should be your goal. That should be what you're pursuing. That should be what you're chasing after. So I think that's the direction you got to go in, man. And I can definitely agree with with everything he had. Heidi, are you going to take him up on the lessons that he's offering? You know, so he was offering a free course. We know that you are in the constant pursuit of education. So, you know, if you're interested, he was offering his educational services. Oh, man. That's crazy. No, interesting. I'll have to make sure that I'll have to transcribe the message for you. Make sure you get that. So, ultimately, oh man, that shit was funny. I'm just laughing inside. For the birds, the J birds. That's funny. That's funny. But again, man, and this is why I say, you know, what the hell are you talking about? Thanks again. I look for your help in this game. Just got done eating my food. Little Fortnite. I don't have any plans tonight or in a meeting. Never will truly be. You'll get it from the store. Okay. Okay, so we know what kind of messages Dominic be sending to people. Quite strange. I don't even want to know where those messages, those conversations lead. So yes, no Jack in January. So instead of no nut in November, it's not about not getting a nut. You just no Jack in January. That's the there's a goal. So over there's Den New Year's Live. Most likely not. I actually have some type of plans. So maybe New Year's Day, but a countdown, don't count on it. Most likely will not happen. Let me think. I'm sure that's happening. I'm sure that's happened plenty of times. You go somewhere, you go out, you eat some shitty food, you go to a buffet or something because you're at a party of some sort. Or some people might be in a strip club for New Year's and they eat that strip club food. Bam, hit your guts start rumbling. In New Year's, you're in the toilet. Everybody count down, getting their fucking New Year's kisses and all that good shit. And you on the toilet taking a shit. That'd be very, very, very unfortunate. That's not a way you want to start the New Year's. That's a bad way to start the New Year's, actually. On the toilet, that could be the sign of a shitty New Year or a shitty year. But again, like I said, you kind of, all these things are, again, isolated incidents because when it's New Year's for you, it's fucking a new day for somebody else. And it says something about some Craigslist job. Interesting. Craigslist and job, huh? There's only certain kind of jobs that you're going to find on Craigslist. So here's my deal, man. Get ready to wind it down. Get ready to wrap it up. Like I said, I'll see if Cushington is still up. We might try to get a little PUBG action in. Probably hit the mixer slide. Okay, man, we got a call. Take this call. What's the motherfucking deal? Who we got calling the Den this evening?
It's Edmund again.
Edmund, what you want to drop in the Den tonight?
So I wanted to ask for some advice.
All right, what you got? Oh.
So I'm going to meet with this chick next week. We're probably going to go out somewhere. And, you know, she's kind of an extroverted girl. So she likes to be, you know, flirtatious with guys she hangs out with. And she's known to, you know, to hook up with them after hanging out. So how would I secure that, you know, that night? How do I make sure that I secure it?
Well, one, she sounds like a whore. No, I'm just joking. You know, if you extroverted, if you are what you are, it is what it is. Man, just be yourself, man. Be cool. I guess just don't be square. You know, make sure that your engagement is enjoyable. I don't know. Just don't say anything weird. You see, you say she's extroverted, so she's probably gonna be out and about. I don't know if I ever make plans that far in advance, but that's cool. Yeah, treat her like you meet her. So, you know, don't get all special. Don't start white knighting and all that other shit. Man, just basically you just got to go out and show that you're having a good time. I don't know if y'all on the same page or not. I don't know too much about it, but I mean, just you got to just do you, man. Ultimately, it's about if you're having a good time. If you're like trying to seal the deal based on her reactions or what she gets out of it, you know, then you're gonna be over worried about shit. Just make sure you go out and have a good time, you know, and if she sees you having a good time and being comfortable, more than likely she will, unless you just start saying or doing some extra weird shit. Outside of that, man, you'll be all right. You know what I'm saying? You'll be all right. Just do your thing, and you know, I wouldn't think too deeply into it. You know, Or they say candy is dandy, but liquor is quicker. I didn't say that. Okay, I didn't say that. I just heard this before. But nah, I mean, shit, you just gotta do you, man.
I don't want to, waste the opportunity because she lives in Spring, so that's kind of far from me, and she goes to UT Austin, so it's kind of like this is the only chance I have, and I don't want to have that opportunity wasted. Like, I don't want to have to go back and remind myself, like, what if, my personal opinion, I think she's pretty fine, but, I don't want to have, like, that kind of remorse of, damn, I wish I would have done this, and,
Man, no regrets with a A. But are you traveling to see her, or is she traveling to see you?
Well, we're kind of like meeting in the middle, I guess. We haven't decided where to go yet, but I don't feel like in my opinion, I don't feel like wasting this amount of money just to get in bed with her or go in the back of the seat and then what.
All I'm telling you is this: you go, make sure you have a good time. Everything else will fall in line. Because again, trying to do too much, if you show your hand that you're trying to do too much, you're not gonna win. Yeah, and ultimately that's what's gonna happen. My deal is this: and even if you don't get it, if you don't get the action, there's like a few billion other bitches in the sea, or fishes in the sea, but a few billion other bitches out there that are always available. You know what I mean? So you can, if you take a L once, you can always bounce back. So don't put, like, if you put too much into it, if you worry about it too much, you're going to respond inappropriately, and you're not going to get the outcome you want. Just be more concerned about yourself, having a good time and enjoying yourself. Everything else will fall in line. If you worry about it too much, it's not going to go the way you planned on it, because you're going to be nervous and doing some old other shit that is not beneficial to your outcome.
Yeah. And then, if I do get the action, should I, wear protection, or should I just go raw?
Man, raw dog that shit. Fucking don't have no care in the world. Go naked head. Don't pull out. Don't claim the baby. Don't even go get the checkup when your shit start itching. You know what I'm saying? When you start getting that little itch, when it kind of burn a little bit when you pee, don't worry about none of that shit, man. You'll be cool. You know what I'm saying? It's only gonna fuck with you for a little bit, or otherwise you'll get used to it, man. Don't even worry about that shit when your shit start dripping while you in class. While you trying to pay attention and your shit leaking and you wonder why they burn a little bit. You'll be A-okay, man. Don't even worry about all that shit. Raw dog that shit, man.
All right, that's a bet. And why she is not an escort, right? She's just, I guess she's a freak. So, the typical UT Austin girl. So it's you just got to get it while you can. So, all right, man. That's
all right, man. Appreciate it. Oh man, how is this channel still around? I have no idea. I definitely can't. I'm telling you, they go, when they review this shit, if this shit ever fucking get to 1,000, they review this shit, they're gonna be like, yeah, we're not gonna. This is completely unacceptable. We got a call coming in, and I still got to talk about that bird box shit, so I ain't forgot about that. What's the motherfucking deal we got calling in the den this evening?
Can I talk my shit?
Talk that shit.
Edman. I'm appalled right now by what I heard. I'm appalled. You in college, so I'm guessing you got to be between the age of 18 and 19. I'm guessing 18 years old. You either one or two things. Let me tell you something, Edman. I'm giving you the best advice I can give you. It doesn't seem like you get a lot of vagina action. So this is what I'm going to tell you to do right now. Stop watching porn. Right now. Stop watching porn. Either look at magazines or pictures. Stop watching porn. Because at your age, porn is fucking you up. Because what you see on porn, you're going to fuck yourself up trying to think this is what sex is about. Sex is in porn. That shit is like different. You better be happy if you can get 5 to 10 minutes in without busting for the first time. Stop watching porn. What them niggas are doing, them niggas taking pills and shit for that shit. Okay? And it takes experience to get to that level. So stop watching porn. Second of all, nigga, you won 95% of the battle already. The fuck is wrong with you? You tripping. You know she's a freak. She's ready to go out with you. She's coming to meet you from Austin. Nigga, all you should be thinking about right now is where am I going to get the privacy to dig into this hoe? That's all you should be thinking about. You shouldn't be thinking about what should I do? Do I need to rub her shoulder? Do I need to tap on her back? Nigga, let me tell you something. All you got to do is line up the location for the action to be given. And her body response is going to tell you everything else. A female body is going to tell you everything. Don't listen to what she's saying. Her body reaction, she's going to be throwing little signs at you, touching on you, rubbing on you. She might even try to grab and see how good the dick feel, to see if it's big or not. She can throw little signs at you. That's all you need to worry about.
So, I got a question for you, Mr. Cushington.
Go ahead.
If their options are available, should he choose the Palace Inn, the Scottish Inn, or the Red Roof Inn?
Whichever one of the motherfuckers, if you don't plan on staying the night, you better go to whichever one of the motherfuckers is the cheapest an hour. I know the Royal Palace is like $25 an hour, some shit like, well, what I heard is I think it's like $25 an hour.
I wouldn't know. I would have.
What I was just saying, I mean, you won. See, that's what you're gonna overthink yourself, and you're gonna fuck around trying to be macho, and you're gonna fuck around and end up jacking off that night because she gonna be gone. Nigga, you already won. Be yourself. Chill and let the pussy come to you.
Okay.
Cause all that trying to be a man, all that shit, that all it's gonna do is fry guy, get nothing. You know how much pussy I done fell into, not even realizing it was coming, just chilling. Next thing you know, like, wait a minute, this bitch about to give me some ass right now. I'm tripping.
See, yeah. Hey, you know, hey man, you gonna fuck around, beat it, and you know, you worried about where to eat and do all this other stuff. You gonna fucking get a fool, piss off. She gonna go and give it up to somebody else. So you gonna be the fatter, and somebody else gonna better, and it's gonna be very unfortunate. So just be yourself, man.
Yeah, be yourself. Do what you gotta do. Let the night play itself out. At the end of the day, she gonna be ready to put their cock in her mouth. Yeah, I said cock. That's what she gonna do.
Cock is definitely a porn term. All right.
I'm telling you though, at a young age, stop watching porn though. You can be over there trying to do shit. Hey, look, I learned it when I was younger too. I used to watch a lot of porn. Nigga, I mean, the first time I jumped in pussy, nigga, I can say I went about a good minute and 30 seconds. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I'll be dead honest with y'all. Nigga, I jumped in like, yeah. What the fuck? I'm done. I want to curl up and suck my thumb, nigga. I was done, nigga. Like, that's it, nigga. Tap out. No more. I'll admit it, goddamn it. I was done.
The sound effects that went with the story. Oh my God, man.
There's not too many niggas out there that can't say they felt the same way on their first time. Nigga, that first time, it's like, oh shit, this shit feels. Wait a minute. Oh damn, that's it.
Oh man. Oh my God. Well, Mr. Cushington, I appreciate the giving Ed Man the advice. Hopefully he utilizes it and doesn't come out with a little Ed Man in a burnt crotch.
Heidi, Stop playing with me, Heidi. Let me come beat them guts in. I'm gonna fuck your world up. I guarantee it.
Oh,
You
man.
say you from Germany, eh? That's okay. You look like a fucking worm with braids. Oh!
Okay, fuck you. This nigga Shaq Kush, man. Oh my god. Oh my god, man. Don't save him, Mr. Rabbit. You can't save him. She don't want to be saved. Man, look. Project Pat told y'all that. Man, the Bird Box thing, man, and I did say I was gonna speak on it, so I'll speak on that before we get up out of here. Why I did not like Bird Box. The deal with Bird Box is I felt cheated, man. I felt cheated. And, I understand, that they tried to give, basically tell you what the monster were, that they were the demons, old buddy, who was, and if you ain't seen it, well, guess what? You finna get the spoiler. So let me let y'all know. Spoiler alert. And I'm gonna tell y'all why the fucking movie sucked. I hate movies that don't reveal the fucking monsters or whatever it's supposed to be. Bird Box was a bunch of motherfucking wind attacking people. And motherfuckers just, and my thing was like, okay, I get what you're trying to say. People's eyes change and all that other shit. But it was the thing that certain people would kill themselves and other people wouldn't. And I get what they were trying to say about the people who wouldn't kill them, who didn't kill themselves. Oh, you got to see it. It's beautiful. Well, one, what the fuck is the beauty? You can't keep saying it's beautiful. At least show the perspective, of the two different sides that people see. The ones people that, that off themselves, and then the people who see the beautiful thing. You never get any of that. Again, I understand, like I say, the monsters they were talking about, what do they say? I had to sit down too. It was something. I don't know. Let me see. I put this in notes. I was going to talk about it yesterday for Supernatural Saturday because I wanted to get into it a little bit more. The Akamana. It's the Akamana, and that comes from the Zoroastrian religion. And I think that's like a Middle Eastern thing. And it's supposedly one of the oldest religions, basically saying, evil intentions, evil thinking, evil doing. And that's what that's supposed to be. It's supposed to be a demon who basically makes people do bad. And so what they're saying is the people who are already bad would see it and it was a beautiful thing because they've already embraced evil. But yet the people who were, I guess, good and saw it, it made them see negative things. It was just like, it could have been a good movie. The premise and how it started and everything that was going up, but it's just the way it ended that made it trash. You know what I'm saying? What's the motherfucking deal, Jay Dizzle? You'd missed some very interesting calls, Jay Dizzle. But just the whole ending to the shit, again, because like I say, it was good up to the point that they never wrapped up. I like stories that get wrapped up. I don't like that carryover shit. I don't like that leave them guessing shit, because to me, it feels like lazy writing. And so they had everything set up to what could have been a good movie up until the very end, and just the way it ended. Excuse me. Phlegm monsters. It just ended shitty, man. And like I say, because you invest all that time, like, okay, it could still be good. Okay, it could still be good. There was nothing scary about it. Like I didn't get the people always wanted the scary. It wasn't really anything scary about it. It was more interesting, I guess you could say, suspenseful, trying to figure out like what is it about. And then, like I say, the only person who had any knowledge throughout the movie of what it could have been, basically, got set up for the okie doke, trying to be a motherfucking hero. Just terrible. It was more of like a fucking a self-revelation or something about old gal, for her learning how to be from being a desolate person to learning how to love again. It was just a bunch of trash, man. I didn't get that vibe. Like, I guess everybody, like, we're walking around with the fucking bandanas and all that. Like, until you when you start understanding what it is, you just want to see. And that's what it was more. It's like, I want to see what this fucking thing is supposed to be. And again, like I say, the only fucking reference that they make to it is old buddy, and then he gets offed, and then nobody else ever really talks about the shit. You know that they're there, but the fucking shit is you never see the shit. You know what it's supposed to be. Don't look at it. Don't look at it. But you never fucking figure out what the shit is. And then the fucking nigga giving himself up at the end. I was like, man, look, them ain't my kids. And like, I don't know this bitch. Look, we've been making a fight. I gotta let this stuff go. These little kid don't even look like me. Fuck these motherfuckers. But again, like I say, you know my motto, man. Fuck them kids. But again, it was just like, it was terrible. Like, yeah, they tried to throw a little bit of love story in the middle of it. And again, like, just, she ain't even love the kids until all that shit happened. It was just too much bullshit going on. To me, it just wasn't that good, man. And like I said, to me, I felt like a waste of time because I need to see some type of monster reveal. Even if it's at the very end, even if it's only for a short time, I need to know what this thing is that has been so terrifying or what is scaring the shit out of all these people. Like, I need to know as a viewer. Like, don't keep me in the dark. I need to have some understanding. Like, shouldn't have to go and do research after the fucking thing and go look some of this crazy shit up. Because like I said, I watched one of those little, explanation videos that I went and kind of looked up some of the fucking demons that they were talking about. The Davia and again, like I say, the Akamura or whatever. I don't know what the fuck. And then there's another type of mirror. There's another one that means just like the good version. It's Akamura and like, I forgot what the other, Von Miller or Von Miller, I don't know. Akamana. And yeah, evil mind, evil purpose, evil thinking, evil intention. And then, just like I say, just a bunch of weird shit. And they were saying one of them is the dude he was talking about, the one that makes the women think that their babies are lobsters and crabs and spiders and shit. Weird, stupid shit. And again, but you never see these things. So it's just mythical demons from all over the place have just been spread across the world. And my thing is, why did it, it starts out like it was a fucking disease or something that spread from, the other countries. If anything, the demons finna fucking come to America first. It's the worst place in the motherfucking world. You know what I'm saying? So it's the worst fucking place in the world. So they would probably feed here first and get full. And so again, like I say, all these years later, and I'm just kind of curious as to how the places they got to, how is that place sustaining itself? It's a lot. I have a lot of questions, but it is what it is. Quiet Place. I heard about A Quiet Place. I haven't seen that. It just a bunch of off the wall ass shit, man. So not my bag, not my thing. Ready to go down the rabbit hole. No Country for Old Men was great movie, excellent movie, one of my favorite movies. One of the closest book to movie translations that I've ever seen, because most fucking movies take a lot of liberties with the book. The book No Country for Old Men, it stayed, and the movie were relatively close, So I think that it was a good movie. And the thing about No Country for Old Men, you realize the lack of music that they had. You know what I mean? And that was the thing to me that stood out. Like most movies, you always hear a lot of background music, a lot of shit to help set the mood and set the tone. It wasn't a lot of that in No Country for Old Men, And so it's very interesting. And again, I thought Shagur is probably one of the best bad guys of all time. Like one of my top 3 favorite bad guys. You know what I mean? I don't even know who the other 2 are, but I know that he's probably one of my favorite bad guys of all time. Motherfucker was a gangster. And the fucking protagonist was good too. You know what I'm saying? And just the way it ended as a whole, I loved it. I loved it. I thought it was great. So, but with that being said, no Country for Old Men, if you've never seen it, definitely, but you gotta watch. Thanos ain't even a bad guy. Thanos is a man with a certain set of principles. So it is that. Like I said, if Shaq Kush's still up, we'll try to get a little bit of mixer action in. Won't be up too much, but you know, we'll try to get a little pub in for old time's sake. One more time for the 2018. You know, my New Year's resolution is to not play so much PUBG in 2019. But all right, I'm gonna check that out. Oh, that's I cannot tell you how long it's been since I've looked at a fucking World Star video. But I see that the one you sent, the fucking thing. Is that the same link as the last one, or is those two different links? Because for some reason they ain't let me open up the other link. Let me get that one, but it ain't letting me get the other one. It ain't letting me get that first link. It's letting me get the other one. So with that being said, I fucked with y'all. I appreciate y'all. I'm gonna watch this little video that Shaq Kush sent. So what time is it? Yeah, maybe something like 12, 15-ish or so, or just whenever I get up and get done out of here. But with that being said, I appreciate each and every one of y'all for coming through to the den. Very interesting calls. No, Dominic, I haven't seen what you sent. I hardly read the things you send. I question it. I don't want it to get me arrested for participating in your plots and schemes and evil dreams. See, Dominic would be one of those that would see the thing and be like, it's beautiful. You got to be careful with Dominic, man. But with that being said, appreciate each and every one of y'all. Y'all be cool like y'all be cool, man. Again, thank y'all. This may be the last den of, man, now that I'm thinking about it, this may be the last den of 2018. So I can't promise y'all nothing tomorrow. So again, look onward to a new year. Fuck them resolutions, all that good shit. I thank y'all for rocking with the den so far this year and got big plans. We're going to definitely step it up a notch for 2019. But with that being said, y'all be cool like y'all be cool. And is Kenneth ain't in here? Yeah, we kicked Kenneth. I think I've been blocked Kenneth so many damn times. His ass ain't been here, but he probably lurking or something. But either way, I ain't going to kick y'all out. I appreciate y'all for coming through. Y'all have a good one.